I guest lectured at one of the most liberal universities in America this week, the University of California, Berkeley, and I walked away believing that there is hope for higher education institutions. So I have to share with you guys what I saw in this classroom. There's a professor at Berkeley that every year brings in a conservative voice to give a dissenting opinion to a school that is made up of mostly liberal students. This was sponsored through the Claire Boothe Luce Center, which I'm on the advisory board of. They sent me on this journey to guest lecture at Berkeley, and I talked about the state of the nation. And I made the case that the state of our nation is not great. With the students, I talked about the role that our nation's leaders need to play in fixing the state of the nation, the role the media plays, the role I play, and even the role that they play as the students of Berkeley, how they can play a role in healing our nation. We had an incredibly insightful, respectful conversation with each other. The professor shared with me that there were people who were worried about me coming to campus. They were worried about my safety, but he insisted that his kids, the standard he sets in the class is one of respect. And he's absolutely right. The students were genuinely interested in what I had to say. They wanted to know about the press access that President Trump has given media outlets in the White House. They wanted to know how the press corps missed President Biden's decline. I spent about an hour with these students. I lectured for 30 minutes and then I took questions for 30 minutes. And then I even took more questions after class. I walked back to my hotel with a student who has been attending the class, and they were picking my brain about the media, what biases I see. They wanted to know how they could get involved in politics and journalism. Some people really just wanted to know, is President Trump really as genuine as he comes off on TV and camera? To that, I say yes. I'll admit, I was very nervous about going to Berkeley. I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know if it was going to be me and the kids arguing. They assured me ahead of time it was not going to be, and they were correct. I was very, very pleasantly surprised, and it left me optimistic for the future of our nation. The one thing I stressed in my lecture was that it hurt me to say that the state of our nation is not great, and that I wanted to be optimistic, and that I do think there's hope. And this lecture at the University of Berkeley, talking to these students, and just the genuine passion they also have for wanting to fix and heal America, and talk to other Americans about their difference in opinions, is the little bit of hope we all need for our nation and also just for higher education institutions.